Hello guys, Stav here and welcome to this CK2 Empire review type video. So basically I'm just gonna go through the final results of a campaign in Crusader Kings 2 that I've had, look around, see the world, look what I've done, and yeah, just something of that manner. It's gonna be a bit ad hoc, kind of impromptu. I've not really planned anything out. I just thought I'd show you guys this campaign because I think it's pretty cool. So to start off, well, where did we begin? I guess you can assume that this big, monstrous blob here is me, and that's absolutely correct. And it so happens that we are Zunist Afghans. So we started as the Afghan Zunist in this area. More primarily we started here in Saranj, holding just this one county, starting as, let's see here, this dude, Rohola the Great Tiger. Almost 700 years ago. So it's worth mentioning that this is the first campaign that I've ever really played through and through, all the way from the start to the finish. So we started as this guy. He's not the ruler of the Zunist, rather the Tsarbills are, no, the Sunbills. Let's see if we can find them. They are since long extinct. Here we go. Yeah, can we find the final ruler there? Yeah, he died some 600 years ago. That was the final Sunbill. Or is it? Did anyone else survive? A bit longer? I'm curious. Yeah, 900 we have some, okay. But yeah, they've since long been extinct. They're not much of a house. But they started as the rulers here, and we overthrew them basically, and made our own domain. This sweet little kingdom of Zabulistan. Let's see, here we go. Yes, this is a custom kingdom that we created, and from here on we just picked our targets very carefully, attacked the Persians whenever they were weak or in a civil war, the same with the Indians. And slowly but surely we grow our domain to control this area around here. Then finally, when we had both Khorasan and Sistan under our control, we formed a custom empire. And now, seeing as we are Zunists, who are sun worshippers, I thought it would be fitting that our custom empire would have the sun as its coat of arms. So we founded the custom empire of Khorasan. So, there it is. What a beauty. So I really like the color it gave it. It tends to give pretty horrible colors when you form custom empires. I've had one or another pink-ish empires, but I kind of like this more military yellow sand dune-esque color. So I thought that was rather nice, and I like this symbol, as I said. So I rolled with it. Let's see, when did we found this? 1884. Yeah, by that time we had already reformed the Zunist faith. When did we do that? 1839. Yeah, not that far into the start. Like 50, 60 years? Yeah, something like that. We did that by simply, yeah, conquering this, that, and then we had 4 whole spots. You only need 3, but I needed the extra moral authority. You need to have it over 50%, if I remember correctly. Then we reformed the faith. And yeah, there we go. Shirts of Sun. Isn't that lovely? So we have basically assumed the role that Sunnism had previously. We cover like the entire Middle East, plus large swaths of Europe. It's not only that they're Sunnist, I mean a lot of this is Afghan as well. Nearly all of it. As you can see, Rome is Afghan. Southern France is Afghan. Parts of it at least. It's hard to imagine. You can see, this is an interesting tidbit. You can see that Greek is there. May wonder how in the world it got here, and it's kind of hard to imagine now. But some 500-600 years ago, the Byzantine Empire was actually doing pretty good for themselves. They had conquered all of this basically, stretching all the way down to the Holy Land. And besides them, we had a large Abbasid Empire around this corner, and then we were just unequal to them, stretching this part. But as you can see, there are no more Abbasids nor any more Byzantines. And that's because we killed them, basically. Yeah, we pretty much annihilated every last remnant of them. Constantinople has safely been in our hands for some There we go. Yeah, 304 years. Yeah, well, we destroyed the Byzantines long before we conquered Constantinople. I kind of left this part of Greece as its own little sphere of independent city-states and duchies fighting one another. So basically what I did was that I used shattered... what's it called? Let's see here. Request invasion, yes. You can request an invasion against large empires. So I requested one against the Byzantines, and then I just basically fractured their empire. And I conquered Anatolia, kept it for myself for a while, and then eventually I felt that, yeah, Greece and the Balkans should probably be under me, and that's why they're now oh so lovely, yellow, white-ish color. But I did not stop there, although I did not conquer much more than what we have here. I did actually put my family members among some of the thrones, so the big Croatia is here. Well, it's Sorbil as me, ruled by my kinswoman, who's actually my second cousin. Yeah, I put my cousin in charge here. And then I did the same here in the Maghreb, where I put my brother in charge. He's not my uncle. Well, it may have been my uncle, I don't know. And then over here in France, I put my, yeah, just kinsman. There's another interesting tidbit for you. You may wonder, what the heck is this coat of arms doing here? Well, this is clearly the Empire of Persia. But this is not Persia, it's not named Persia. That's because once I had de jure assimilated all of the Persian Empire, I could still create the title. And I figured that since it won't really bother me anymore, since it's completely out of the sphere, I could just hand it over to this dude. This dude here, Shahansa Ashtak the Great. And yeah, there you go. So that's how the Empire of Faransa came fourth. He's doing pretty good for himself, so I originally just gave him the domain of Aquitaine, since I waged a holy war for that. But he has since expanded it quite a bit, conquering Poitou, Aragon, and Castile over here. And he has a pretty sizable army as well. Yeah, it's doing good. So basically, yeah, we have pushed the Catholics into quite a difficult situation. They still control large parts of Europe. Quite impressively large parts, actually. Seeing as I started in the Charlemagne start, 1676, if I remember correctly. And Catholicism is just a tiny little bit of Europe. Then it just controls like France, Italy, northern Spain, but now it stretches among pretty much all of Europe and into Africa as well, which is kind of fascinating. But yeah, if I were given just a couple more 100 years, I could promise you that it would not look as good as it's currently doing for Catholicism. She, on the other hand, is doing pretty good, despite being completely out of the Middle East. Basically, they're doing this good just because the Mongols adopted Shiism as their faith some 100 years ago. And while the Mongol Empire is no more, the Mongol remnant still consider themselves Shia, so it's good for them, absolutely. Buddhism did pretty good for itself as well. Pretty much controls all of India except some portions which are still ruled by Hindus. And yeah, that's that. So we also have the Holy Roman Empire here in Iberia. Somehow, I'm not sure how it came about. Can we see? Svatobor. Yeah, I don't know. He conquered it or something. And then the Pope decided to give him the title. But there you have it, that's the Holy Roman Empire. It's Visigothic as well, which is interesting. So this place was pretty much an illusion for a really good portion of the campaign. But the Visigoths did a comeback. They kicked out the Andalusians and they made their own little domain here. Let's see. What happened to the Empire of Hispania? Is it gone? Well, it's not ruled by anyone. This was ruled by the Umayyads not so long ago. I'm not sure how they're faring now. Well, they're still alive. Not really though, they're just a couple of few members here and there. Let's see, let's actually check out how the Umayyads are doing. Did I spell wrong? I guess I just wanna... There we go. Huh, no, there we have one ruler. He's actually... no, he's not the Caliph. Abdul Rahman of the Nedirid Revolt. Cool. Yeah, I guess they're over here. The last parts of the Arab world, if you will. It's kind of interesting. They're secret now, as you can see. Well, he's not, but others are, which has become the new orthodoxity of Sunni Islam. So that's interesting. Beyond that, we have Germany, doing quite good for themselves, but they're not really Germany. They're French. French with a Visigothic house, I assume. This is the same dude that conquered the whole Roman Empire. Yes, it is. Although I don't think they ruled Germany for so long, though. No, just 2 generations. Before then, we had the House Vakramid. They ruled for the longest time. And these are Bulgars, I think. Well, originally Bulgars. Yeah. We do have quite a few of those. As you can see, the Bulgars did pretty decently for themselves. Poland is Bulgar. I think Denmark is ruled by Bulgars. And then we have some pieces of Bulgar land here and there. Yeah. So that's pretty much Central Europe for you. It's pretty nice areas here, pretty nice borders. Over here though you have just a huge mess. Well, at least the Russian-Ukrainian parts. Once you start going out, it starts becoming rather okay. The borders of Finland or Suomi is pretty nice, I think. They seem to have become sort of a regional power, seeing as there is no Sweden or Russia at their doorstep. They had the opportunity to just expand on their own. They even have a bloodline. Blood of Vekas Shepigid. Sure. They're not really super strong, but they're decently powerful. Absolutely. And then we have Estonia doing pretty good for themselves. Is this Jor? No, but it's nice. Show the rig. King Halchas. How long have the Von Kurs? So what are these originally? Lettigalians, okay. Interesting. Well, so they've been a kingdom for quite a long time. Huh. Cool. Then we have the Knights of the Sun. I have no clue how they actually got here, but they did. And they're doing good. Mostly due to Jem having just a swath of money. And yeah, as well as Knights of the Sun, we also have the Teutonic Order just around the corner. So I guess this is some Holy Order battleground, I suppose. It's kind of interesting. The Teutonic Order turned all this into German, and my dudes are slowly but surely turning this into Afghan. So yeah, they're fighting over here in Russia, I suppose. And beyond that we just have small little enclave states, most of them Catholic, although we have some Zunists. This dude here, this Avar dude, is Zunist. Chief Ishbil the Conqueror. Cool dude. Very cool dude. Peryaslav. Okay. You conquered it. Conquered in the whole war. Sure. Good for you. You the man. Beyond that, we also have this, the Pampurids. So originally these were 2, maybe perhaps 3 separate kingdoms that I all gave independence, but they've all sort of submerged under this one ruler, Shah Painda. So this happened fairly recently. Let's see, he has only been king here for 6 years. Before it, Abyssinia was ruled by Howel's Muzahid. But the Bamperids, however, which he is a part of, have ruled Arabia and Yemen for quite some time on the other hand. So I'm going to take it as the fact that they simply overpowered Abyssinians here. The last minute of the game, basically. And they built their nice little kingdom here. It's not look too good, but it's fine. It's okay. And it's all Zunist Afghan for the most part. There's some parts that are Ethiopian, but those are negligible. Here we have some Rajput thing. They survived, sure. I do think this may perhaps be the last Rajput province in the game. That's okay. It's fine. In India, yeah, it's pretty divided overall. A lot of small kingdoms. The same with Russia in that aspect. Then we have this interesting piece of bit. The Kingdom of Ivoria. Ascania the Giant, okay. Cool. I am also not quite sure where this came from, but I do suppose that it's a custom kingdom. Swadavor. Okay, yeah. So it's this dude who was behind it as well. So he created the Holy Roman Empire and the Kingdom of Ivoria. Should have paid more attention to this dude. He seems to have been a pretty decent one. Absolutely. But okay, but that's pretty much history now. The Holy Roman Empire is maintaining this little bit here, while Ivoria is just stuck here up in the northern Italian plains, keeping out, being the last true Catholics of the Italian peninsula. Well, we still have some papal holdings here up in the Apennines. That's fine. Also, we have this beautiful mess here. I'm not sure if you can see it, I did not spot it for quite a while, but apparently England actually got independence from Britannia. How and why, I don't know, but they did. And now we have this beautiful mess of a border gore. So yeah, I'm not sure how you're supposed to actually rule a kingdom when it's separated, but sure. Whatever you say. So it kind of makes sense because Britannia has for several generations been ruled by various Norse people. Now it's ruled by Sverker, a Swede. While it was ruled by Offeg, Doneret. A Scottish dude. A couple of Scottish dudes actually, huh. And even a Finnish one. Okay, so it's been practically been ruled by everybody but the Anglo-Saxons. So I get it why they're pissed off, absolutely. They just went out and claimed their own little kingdom there. Sure. Orkney turned into French and Catharism, sure, why not? You have a little island, have fun. Oh, you're still independent as well. Saxon Catholic heresy, sure. Saxon is still around. That's interesting. I'm not sure what they're doing though. They're still at it. Is the kingdom is still around. It's not been in use for roughly a century though. That's the title. Strange enough. But okay. Yeah, sure. The Kingdom of Lithuania. Absolutely. And it's German, okay. Yeah. You do you. Kurland. So it looks like the Germans have pretty much migrated east. There's still some Germans up here in Bavaria and the surrounding regions, but they're mostly centralized around here in Russia. I mean, I guess the name Prussia kind of makes sense now. But still, yeah. Sure. Any other strange cultural anomalies? Well, Finnish being pretty big is quite interesting. Looks kind of neat actually, when you think about it. Yeah, Britannia's a mess. Swabia is still around, Visigothic dominant as well. Here we have Berber and Lucian culture spread here, so it escaped here as well. It spread when the Umayyad Caliphate was at its peak, when it stretched all the way from Iberia to the southern portions of the map, but it's far gone now. It's just a remnant of what used to be the good old days, if you will. There we go. I guess these really last Caliph. I think so, yeah. Well, that's history for you. A lot can happen. A lot can indeed happen. So yeah, that's basically the world. We have Gen Empire as well. Could be worth mentioning. Beyond that, we have our dynasty, our dudes. So I managed to actually breed for a couple of generations of geniuses. Not by finding anyone who was a genius though, but simply by spawning the spawn of Satan and from there on passing down these good rates. Well, these two in particular, not so much Hunchback and all the other nasty ones you get whilst being a demon worshipper. So I did have quite a couple of generations playing as Satan worshippers, but I've strayed to the good path now. Now I just fight and stuff, being the hero of the Keepers of Flames and all. Beyond that, we have quite a couple of bloodlines. Blood of Assam the Great, so this was a dude who briefly conquered Iraq and Persia. He just appeared out of nowhere and did a bunch of stuff. Cool dude. Cool dude. So bred him into my dynasty, and this one we founded, the Wild Blood of Dastard Farsad. He was the dude who actually reformed the faith, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he was. Good. Good for you. Then we have two Bloodhound Legacy and the Blood of Seljuk the Proud. So he invaded our realm and I won against him, but then I recruited him and bred him into my family. That's how I got that bloodline. And I also, let's just go back 2 generations. I also had the Immortal Blood of Alexander for a while. I'm not sure what happened to it, I guess, because I got myself one other Bloodhound Legacy. It's annulled this one. But I did have the Immortal Blood of Alexander for a while, and then I don't anymore, for some reason. But we do have a large realm, so I don't particularly need it. Although it's nice to be able to just have one free invasion Casus Belli. But we're fine, we can live without it. And yes, so beyond that, governments, most of it's feudal. Still some nomadic parts holding out, some tribal as well. 2 holy orders and a republic, huh? Republic of Malaga, cool. Guess why not? The papacy, they're here as well. Could be worth mentioning, they are holding on to the theocracy of Jerusalem. They did have a successful crusade, but I pushed them back out of Jerusalem, but I could not usurp it because I'm not Christian, so they still have it. That's fine. It would be cool to have this a part of the Jew realm, but it's not a biggie. Not a biggie at all. I can live without it. And yeah. Let's skim through the map modes. Economy. It's really fine. We have our capital over here in Syria. Where we moved it some... Actually take a look when we moved it. Here. 300 years ago. Sure. We built ourselves a grand library. We haven't finished it and all. Kinda disappointed. It did not really do much. I think I had much more fun with this palace that I did not finish, because I could have private conversations and stuff. But yeah. I also built some fountains. Or gardens. Did not really turn out too much, but they're there. They're there. Being nice and stuff. So defense pacts. Yeah, this has been a bit bothersome during the campaign. The reason why I did not expand so much in the later game is chiefly because I get so much threat from just taking small counts in duchies that I felt that it was too much of a hassle to deal with, so I just stopped for a while, sat back and started reading Forward, Genius, Chas and stuff. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's the world for you. I am figuring that I'm gonna convert this to E4 simply to just see how things look, run an observer time-lapse, and just have some fun with it. I do imagine that the Tsar bills will probably conquer much of the world, since we are by far the largest, most powerful empire. And not far from us we have our French in Faransa and Maghreb and Croatia, so I guess the Zunist will prove strong, if anything. Yeah, that also could be worth mentioning. Religion. The Church of the Sun is actually the biggest faith, trumping Catholicism. That's nice. Always cool to be the head of the largest religion in the world, you know? I do appreciate that. But yeah, that's the Sorbil Empire for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again later. But before we do that, let's just actually get ourselves this achievement. So I did play this on Ironman, and I wanted to simply play this campaign through and through and get that 7 centuries achievement. So let's just let the clock here. There we go, 7 centuries. Sweet. Now will you look at that score? 387,000. Okay. And all these goddamn rulers. I mean, this could go on for an hour at least. Yeah, we ruled for a long time. Dastur Kashayarsha. 64 years, 2 years. And quite a few female rulers successively after one another. Because I did go full agnatic. I should have shown the laws, but yeah, we did go full cognatic, I mean not anactic, which allowed us to play as females without any major repercussions, or any really. Full status for both genders, you know. So yeah, that's that campaign. Thank you guys so much for watching, you have a great time, and I'll see you soon.